draft kind of a hero. He's super deep here. I don't know if he's hoping to get redemption on their courier, but he's going to go coast to coast a bit. And
MSS.
snag up a bounty, but yeah, MSS top lane. All right, we miss it.
They're just checking if someone is coming up.
All right, Mason pops out. He's looking to go for Envy. Envy does have Sunder. Can he get it off? No. They blast him down. Dubu's there with a Fade Bolt, and now MSS rotates in with Fata, and they're looking for a response. They will get Bulba, but that seems to be it. Or have I spoke too soon? Fata, a man on the prowl. Him and MSS will be able to make it a twofer. And the extra free money available. DC, in a pretty good position for Ev. Not making the pounce just yet, but now they'll move on in and get the setup and quick execution of Pylite Eye. Abed with the follow-up, looking to isolate and hold on to Envy here. Envy not getting finished yet. MSS moving in with the Epi Bomb, and well, it's going to get enough on the finish of Abed. Dubu diving in with the stolen remnants on the other side here, while Fata and Envy go for the finish on the Mason. Mason toggling it up, surviving, TPing out, he's gone! Pure damage is going to be coming out crazy from that impetus, and let's see what MP can do now. Tier 3 had already been taken down. It's all on the racks. Envy just walks right up, goes right into Metamorph, and looks to go for the racks here. Mason briefly steps in, hits him up with the open wounds. The first force will come out to step Envy back a bit. And now they think about re-engagement here. First Shrine gonna have to get hit. He goes right for the Sunder, catches it onto Mason. Mason gonna get chained down for Rev, moves in. RP not gonna find the target they're hoping for, and he has to skewer out the other way and hope to refresh up for maybe a new RP, but these racks are going to be done for. A jump in from Abed, immediate chains there from Fata, multicast, and Abed could be gone, but he's able to somehow get off the heel. He survives, steps back. Dubu with the stolen Sunder is the one to bail him out, but he still ends up getting dropped. Envy locked inside, could lose his Aegis, and will. A buyback from Abed, coming from the fountain, is able to dish out enough damage. DC trying to hold as best as they can, but it's Owie, the star of the show here. He just dishes out everybody with a rampage. Are you serious? A little Bambi turret.
Yeah, that's what I said. She deals a lot of damage right now.
Either case, MP get their Aegis, and they're looking to end it out. Oh, I actually thought he was going to TP on back, but they committed hard with a big bomb. Looking to at least get the support Ogre down. They will do so, but Bulba drops shortly after that. Owie looking to desperately rush away from the Mason Lifestealer, but he does make it out. He's got the Force Staffs to scoot away. Mason's out of this one. He doesn't have a buyback, and I think this is going to be it. He won't even get it off. They'll chase him down. They'll finish him off, and this one is our first game of this best of 5 will belong to NP.
MP dominant.
And now the Mason Weaver, another great core comfort pick for them. On the other side, look at this. Action to break out already. Onto Pi, they get the telekinesis lift pullback. Abed looking to follow it up with the Earthbind, and with the advantage in numbers here, Mason hits it home with the finishing right click, and he's still around. They're dropping sentries. They spot him there. Owie will turn, hit him with the stun. MSS looking to get close enough, but the range isn't quite there. He moves around the bugs. Now he can move in, get the call. Can they get the damage to go for the dunk? Oh, eventually they will be able to bring him down, but look at the step-in play coming out from DC. They show up to play, and they quickly burst through that Aegis. Now they time out the Earthbind. Can MSS get the calls, though? The spins come out. He's able to at least get the one dunk down. Their target. Oh, but they may. They move in. Dubu's between them. Is he like, am I safe or not? Owie has a sentry. Is he going to plant it? Oh, they plant it! Dubu! He's got... Oh. Jumping though, duel from Forev, trying to commit to save his friend. He goes down, 1-by-1 DC. Looking to move on in. They will manage to bring down Fata in that first Aegis life. MSS also going to be dropped on this one. Mason time-lapse back. They're looking to burst apart and finish off Abed, but Abed manages to surround Envy and finishes him off too. Mason tries to Sakuchi away. They drop the sentry, and Fata is able to get a hold of him with that second life. It's Fata quickly run out the other direction and create some space for themselves. Now they converge, looking to go for Dubu. Will DC help them out? It looks like they'll not. Oh, never mind. They move in, and they try to get the jump onto Envy here. Are they going to be able to bring him down in time before he can get the Sunder off? It looks like they will. And now they look to set onto MSS. MSS pops his Blade Mail. A blasting heal will fly out for Pi, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. The poofs fly forward from Abed, and he begins to go to work. Fata will be next, and he can't stand to it. Pi tries to help out with a blinding light, but eventually he will crumble down into a piece of machinery. And this is all going to be on Aui trying to run behind the tower and hide. But with Forev and Abed, they're happy to do around the tower and get their finish.
Again, they will
Oh, it's going to be a
as well.
five-man. It's going to be a five-man wipe as well. But
In the next game,
is it going to be something more threatening than the Meepo is always that question. But here we go. Envy tossed up, pulled out from Bulba, and into a duel will evaporate him. Take him out of this game for about a minute unless he decides to spend his biggie banking for a buyback. He might have to, though. His team's about to crumble apart. Abed able to move in, gets the takedown of Aui, and a follow-up should be there for Fata as well. Tries to timber chain to the side, but he is done for. He will be the first one to dip into that piggy bank and pulls out that buyback now. But this could be the beginning of the end already here for DC. At just about 30 minutes in, they are having a party inside the base of MP. Okay, now, we have a Yules play here. Hoping to get a hold of one precious Meepo. They will dunk him down. But that's just going to cost the Aegis. Mason moving in. They're pulling Abed in as close as possible. They're able to get Bulba down, and they manage to get a hold of Abed. MP getting anything they can from this respectable hold. Forev steps in, duels it out, can't quite get the finish, but eventually Fata will fall. But look at this, Abed wants it over, buys back, comes right back to the mid lane, and takes it to the tier 3. Envy at this point is going to be forced to buy out Metamorph and do everything he can to hold the base inside. Now DC look to turn and run. It's going to be Dubu eating the pressure. He gets stunned up and taken apart. Mason could be next. Time lapse back. Looking to walk away. The Lincolns will get popped, but Aui is scooting on forward. Looks to finish him off and gets it done with the stun.
Go in with Legion Commander, BKB, press the attack, just kill Raxus and send him back.
She goes in on her own accord and takes down the rack. She will pay the price for it, though. But look at this. That means Mason could go in, and he gets one Rax down. He's looking to go for a second one. He's hit with a blinding light. He has to wait it out. The Lincolns is going to get popped, and then he tries to take his exit. Is he going to get out, though? They wait for him to come down from the Yules. He still has a time lapse. He's able to get it off. Gets his life right back, and he goes in again, and he finishes the Rax. What a play from Mason, and the Mega Creeps are unleashed, and the struggle will begin for NP.
Oh, he's running away.
Not able to get in for the optimal setup right there, and a Boots of Travel 2 was used. This might be DC's opportunity to finish this one out. They move in for the duel. They're going to get the grab on the Pi, and he's going to be going down. Immediate buyback for him as he tries to TP into the action now. Envy unleashing the Requiem, trying to find the optimal target, looking to go for the finish on Abed. Can they get him down? Yes! But Mason continues to go to work, helping the bring down of Fata. It's Mason now under pressure. Envy still hits so damn hard. They're trying to kite him out. Dubu and Bulba hide within the trees, but I mean, what a story it would be. What an anime tale it would be if NPR did able to pull this game out. It would be all feel worth it. It only would feel terrible if they end up getting the loss, but okay. There's the jump in for Pi. They take him out. Buy back immediately. Envy looks to move in. BKB pop, and his force is going to be unleashed here. And MP are holding right under their tier 4 towers. Abed inching forward as best he can. Now looks to make his move. He puts his sights on for the tier 4, but Envy looks to hit it hard. The chakram ripping right through Abed, and his Meepo is going to get dropped. Now looking for the secondary target. It's going to be the Mason. Weaver, time lapse, back into the action, pops his BKB. Abed buys back, and now he's going to Boots of Travel, trying to coming in and trying to go for the closure. MSS going to be out of this one, and he has no buyback. Fata goes down, has to buy back. Envy goes down. This could be his buyback too. Have DC finally been able to close this one out? Envy pops out his new refresher, pops out the new metamorphosis, and it's all on him. Can him and Fata hold the Ancient? They are trying to get a hold of what they can. It looks like they finally have been able to do it. DC will take game number 2 and tie the series up 1-1 for the Alchemist pickup.
MSS with that Invis rune.
Roaming Sand King from the off lane early. Yeah, you'd never suspect that. He steps in, gets the borrowed strike. The silence will come out, but that's it. And it's going to be a... Dishes out some early ion shells, and they will spot out Envy. Now the big bad wolf goes into form, and Pi steps in and says, look at me instead. Pulls him up towards the high ground where MSS is waiting. Pockets the borrow and tries to move in, but can't quite get enough damage. Eventually he'll get a hold of Pi and chop him to bits, and look at the damage, man. The ion shell and the wolf. Dubu's there watching, stalking slowly. Bulba's picking into that area saying, let's head up that direction. We can get a pick and we can get a tier 1. And get some movement going our way. And that's when Abed makes his jump. It's going to be an early rift, but that's when the counter comes out, and oh boy, Abed gets knocked down for it. Good follow-up, stolen burst strike. Going to be there for Bulba, but he throws himself into the Wolves. The real Wolf, though, coming out is going to be Mason. Charging on in, looking to get the grab onto Fata. Can he get the finish? Yeah, double kill for him. Enchantress not as easy of a target, so he settles for Pi instead. Has that Ion Shell to help burn it forward, but he's eating damage under those sentries. Rather, under the Serpent Wards. As Envy is able to rotate in, he drops down the Acid Spray and helps Owie finish the job. It's definitely an economy game they can look to play. Dubu moving in. Him and Abed will try to get the jump onto Owie. Leads in with the coil. Is the burst going to be there? Dubu can't even get that first bash in. Finally, it connects, and they will be able to finish her off. Bulba there with the Fade Bolt. Now Envy looking to come in for redemption. Stuns down Forev and tries to chop him a bit, but Forev simply dishes out the Surge and the Plated Greaves, and that's when Dubu makes his move in. Dishing out the Root, but the follow-up's there from MSS. Hitting it home with the Epicenter hit. Now Fata dishes out the Toxin Poison of the Poison Spray, and Envy is on the run. Mason looking to rush him down. Nice BKB pop is going to force Envy to stun himself, and he will be finished. It's a double kill for Fata as he takes out all of the weaker supports with that Poison ulti, but Mason, and we look to see if MP feel more comfortable trying to take a fight outside the base, and it would appear so. They smoke, pings fly out. Don't know if it was spotted, but they begin to make their move regardless. Dubu hits a huge root connection, and they quickly wipe the floor of Pi. A vacuum, a burrow, and it's NP hitting the deck as DC just blast right on through the whole squad. Last game was 80 minutes. This one might not even go to 40. Is not even fussing around. DC do not want to go to an 80-minute game, and they're saying, you quit now. We're going for the tier 4s, and sure enough, MP say fine. They tap out, and we're going to be going to game number 4. DC now just one win away from qualifying for the Summit 7.
Fatal Bonds, Laser.
Tinker, you couldn't ask for anything better, I guess.
We saw Fata's Templar Assassin yesterday.
Oh, you're right, you're right. First blood, we catch all the action. It's top lane. A hard committed dive behind the tower proved successful here for MP, as are going to be making that committed push in, looking to go for the tier 1. But the approach is coming of DC from around the corner here. The tier 1 will get dropped, but Forev actually blinks in. The follow-up rock will be there, and TA goes down. Hit so hard from the 1-2 punch of DC. Now the Dazzle is going to be committed in for a duel, and that will turn over into some damage for Forev.
Yeah, well, he can do that. It's one of those games where Legion Commander should go for Heaven's Halberd.
Oh, wow! Bulba learns a hard lesson right there. He gets shot down right away from Fata, and now Dubu could be next. Gets off the Fatal Bonds, but soon meets a quick fate. And so does Mason. My goodness, Fata just unloads the kill switch.
Yeah, well, what MP can do right now is try to siege one side with TA and the Bristol, and on another side with the Book from BM.
Oh, Abed's in trouble. That link, it stopped the laser, and he was able to turn it over on Abed to get the finish. Forev tries to follow up with a duel, but he only hands over more damage to Fata. Oh, the Lincoln's play. So MP are like, if you don't want to buy back now, we're going to make you. So they just run right to the mid lane, and they're going to go for the tier 3 and racks there too. And just like that, 2 sets of racks go down. And now they smoke up. They're going to be looking to go for the ultra finish. And of all the people they've spotted, it's Mason nearby. Mason's trying to run. He gets hit with the roar, and he goes down. Or does he? The purge is there, but eventually he's going to get dropped, and he doesn't have a buyback. He may have bought out already, saving up the money. He got a Hyperstone in his stash, so he doesn't have a buyback at all. Oh my goodness, MP looking to move back in. Abed stuck within the trees, but between him and Forev, they will be able to get the takedown of Owie, but Fata continues to move forward, gets the finish. Forev's gonna go. Forev with a buyback.
In the way, Tinker can TP, also with that Shiva's guard, Bristol back. Oh.
Fata not a part of the team. He heads to the mid lane, and Bulba calls it after getting evaporated. They don't even think they have a chance to defend the last set of racks.
Press the attack, but I think Bloodlust will do.
MP could be looking to strike the second they show up. Abed dancing out in front. And that's when Aui comes out from the trees and dishes out that primal roar. The rest of the team looking to swarm on in, but they are going to be able to get the finish on Aui. Warlock also to go down, though, means that they're not going to have a rock available for this fight. And MSS is able to get a hold of Mason and lock him within the cage. He gets the finish. Abed returns with that second life. He's going for the jump commitment on forward, and, well, he's out of there just as fast. Just continued respect, though. I would say MP have a team that can get the jump a bit faster with the benefit of that haunt, plus Fata's reach. Oh, Bulba wants to move in, finds himself quickly getting hit hard, but then they quickly follow it up with the rock going to be dropped right now. Fata looks to move in, but it's Envy doing the work, quickly clearing out both those supports. The hook shot comes out. They're trying to save Fata as best they can. He's able to blink on the back of his reflection and make it to the high ground and out to safety. Now they turn around and look to converge onto Mason, and they will get him dropped. Only Abed will be the one to survive. Desperation, you think? Smoke popped here.
Yeah, it's a go big.
Oh,
or
and
home.
immediately debunked. Bulba heads to the high ground, and that's where MP stand. But are MP ready to take this kind of a fight? Abed looking to make his move in, tries to grab a hold of Envy to pull him back in. Bulba's going to be the first to go down, and Mason begins to go to work. He's managing to burst down Fata and does get the Aegis taken care of, but Forev is going to be the one dropped once again by MSS. Now it's Mason getting caught out inside with MSS. Trying to make it back in the way between him and Abed. Oh, the hard shot comes out. The miss, though, is there. Mason ends up getting taken down at the end. It's Envy who burns it home. And now it's only Mason with the buyback. Him and Abed. And it's over. Just like that, they're going to call it congratulations to Team NP. They are going to qualify for the Summit 7.
Well deserved by Team NP. They really showed some great performance. Also DC with a good performance.